This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski.
With licensed psychologist and guest John Delatorre.
Donna Adelson has a new defense team, apparently, who was assigned to her. Not good enough. And, well, when you're being charged with murder, you probably want someone good. You think you'd hire someone good. Maybe not the guy who just put your son away for life while representing him, but that's who Donna has hired. Another decision in the long string of questionable decisions within the Adelson family. Joining me to discuss, Dr. John Delatorre. John, I want to talk about this kind of family as a whole, the dynamics that we've seen. And if you've listened to any of the phone calls, they're very interesting, to say the least. But it's a family that seems to operate in their own echo chamber is kind of what I'm getting out of it. They don't necessarily talk about the crime or guilt or anything in those phone calls, probably rightfully so. They hopefully realize they're being monitored and anyone can get access to them. But they really seem to believe almost in an unspoken way that, yeah, we got caught, but, what we did is right. And now we got to just kind of deal with what we got to deal with for the grandkids. What kind of family is this where this dynamic exists in this sort of a way?
Two words spring to mind whenever I hear more content that comes out of this Adelson thing. It's privilege and narcissism.
Yeah.
The conversations that she was having with Charlie over the phone, the jail phone calls and stuff like that, just scream privilege, and they just scream that they believe themselves to be holier than thou. They believe themselves to be smarter than thou. I don't think they ever truly thought that something bad was going to happen as a result of all of this stuff that they've engaged in. And it sounds like that there's been a lot that this family has done that has not been uncovered as of yet, because you don't just all of a sudden get to this point where you're comfortable with killing someone for custody, right? If you could throw money at a problem, you just do that. It's a much larger step to go from throwing money at a problem to then, hey, we're gonna find someone to kill someone to eliminate our problem.
It makes you wonder, how did they go from 0 to 100 like that? Or is this a family who maybe murder wasn't necessarily in the cards in the past? Although I don't know. But is this a family who has just had so much entitlement and was able to get their way, no matter how many roadblocks were put in front of them, and they were successful at that throughout life, that they thought this was just going to be another one of those roadblocks that may be a little messier than others, but we'll get through this. We're the Adelsons.
Yeah, and I really want to go back to the statement that you had just made when was starting this part, which was going 0 to 100. I've also heard 0 to 60, right? Where we have this concept that you start from this one place, which is stopped, to all of a sudden having pushed on the gas so hard that you're going super fast. When you push on the gas, you don't just go 0 and then 60. That doesn't happen. You go through each of the different miles per hour all the way up to 60 or 100 or a million or however we want to describe it. Which my point is that no one ever just snaps. You never just end up going from not having killed someone to killing someone and it's not self-defense. That doesn't happen. There is a buildup of things that have happened over time that has convinced them that they will not get in trouble if they push the boundary even further. And because of that, they found themselves in a place where they can all of a sudden, right, quote unquote, all of a sudden, they're in a place where they can find some people to hire to commit this murder. And so I think that there have been a lot of boundary pushing. I think there's been a lot of violence that has occurred within this family, maybe not within it, but certainly violence has surrounded these people so long and they are so accustomed to it that they can just snap their fingers, lay down some money, and all of a sudden kill someone who was married to their sister daughter. right? That someone was married to a family member. And so, no, this family has a lot of skeletons.
Yeah.
A lot of skeletons.
And not only married to, their daughter, but he's the father of their grandchildren. I mean, like the person or hate the person. I mean, and by all accounts, what we know about Dan Markle, he was just a dad that wanted to have access to his kids and wasn't cool with them moving far away. And for that, he had to be murdered because he didn't go along the narrative that they wanted of being right there.
Yeah, this isn't a new story, right? This story is being told every day in every city, in every country, right, around the world, where relationships and kids are involved, and there has to be a work through with the two caregivers to figure out what's in the best interest of the child. In the case of the Adelsons, they've decided that what they want is more important than what anybody else wants, and they'll make an entire family suffer.
Yeah,
just in order to get what they want.
What's your take on the hiring or the rehiring of Charlie's attorney for Donna? That seems to be kind of an odd move to me.
I think there might be some kind of weird gamesmanship happening here, and I say that because I'm concerned that Charlie may have revealed some stuff, or Donna has revealed some stuff, and they don't want the sister getting too implicated. So let's just hire that attorney again, just to make sure that things remain secret. Like, I don't know. There's something very strange about hiring a guy who just lost.
Yeah.
And so there has to be another reason other than he's,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't know why you hire a guy that just lost, but there might be some gamesmanship happening.
There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes with the Adelsons that doesn't meet the eye, and I'm sure more will continue to come out. Dr. John Delatorre, thank you for joining us on this.
All right, thanks, Tony.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.